And now to our big story tonight. A Milwaukee cab driver shot and killed while on the job. His body found on the north side, his car torched and ditched miles away. Yellow Cab says it all started as a robbery. Fox 6's Ashley Sears live tonight and explains this is drivers very concerned. Ashley?
Yeah, Mary, this homicide comes as more drivers are being targeted by thieves.
Thieves, you say? Okay. Can you give me a description on 99% of the thieves who are doing this? You know, because killing a cab driver and torching his cab is just thievery. Can you give me a description on 99% of the suspects in Milwaukee that are doing this? No? Okay.
Yeah, Mary, this homicide comes as more drivers are being targeted by thieves. The Yellow Cab president says the driver was picking up a customer from Milwaukee's intermodal station. His body was discovered around 10:45 Saturday night.
Something like this should never happen in Milwaukee.
A routine pickup ends in tragedy. Milwaukee Yellow Cab driver Imran Shabazz shot and killed on the job Saturday.
It was unexpected, to kill somebody for just the money.
Yellow Cab president Ali Muhammad says Shabazz picked someone up at the intermodal station. He says Shabazz was robbed, then shot and killed. Milwaukee police say his body was discovered at 18th and Walnut. His yellow taxi was found miles away, set on fire at 60th and Silver Spring.
We have drivers that are still driving, but they're scared,
Most of these cab drivers are immigrants from different parts of the motherland. The Horn, a lot of them from Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, areas like that. Then you have a lot from the northern Arab countries. And you have many from West Africa. And these guys are just here busting their humps to make some money for their families. They send a lot back. These guys stay at Western Union. I used to send a lot of money through Western Union back in the day for different reasons, but these guys stay at Western Union. You hear me? They send a lot of money back. And even money they don't have, because they have to just having the privilege of coming to America, you're saddled with a great duty to the people back that you left behind. They don't understand that the streets aren't littered with gold, and it's not the land of milk and honey. You can encounter hard times. It can be hard on you sometimes. You may be a cab driver. You may be bussing tables. You may be washing dishes. Doing Uber Eats. They think that, you're in America, so you're rich. So these people have to send back a lot of money back to the motherland to keep up an image, because they can't let the people back home know that they're not rich. Because what do you mean you're not rich? You got a visa and you're in America. All the opportunities over there, that's why you see them education is very important. That's why you go to a pharmacy and it's nothing but them. Everybody there's from the motherland at the pharmacy. You go to a parking deck, everybody there's from the motherland. Because they get in where they can fit in. And they work hard. And they're being killed by people who've been here for 400 years and haven't really accomplished much.
We have drivers that are still driving, but they're scared,
Shabazz had been driving with Yellow Cab for the last 10 years. His wife and kids had plans to move here from Pakistan.
You kind of become family, and then when you hear something like this happens, it's shocking. You don't think of it to happen so close to home.
Yellow Cab's president says driver holdups are becoming more frequent, and drivers are nervous.
Every month we have some robbery, and And the problem, even if you call the police now, you are not going to get right away.
If you call the police, you're not going to get them right away. And I don't know what this guy's politics are. I'm not sure this guy even has time to be woke. He works so much. He don't have time to go to no protest and hang out all day and do drum circles and poetry readings. Protest. And loot and, commit crimes and get arrested. Protest. Peacefully. He's working. This guy's probably got 6 jobs. So I don't know what this guy's politics are. I can't say that he voted for this. I can't say that a lot of these cab drivers voted for this. And that really pains me. I feel sorry for these guys.
Every month we have some robbery, and the problem, even if you call the police now, you are not going to get right away.
They are asking for the crime and violence to stop, staying optimistic. There will be justice in this case.
I just hope the city gets safer.
And no arrests have been made. Anyone with information is asked to give police a call. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Ashley Sears, Fox 6 News.
All right, Ashley, thank you.
A firefighter turned crime fighter in the Oakland Hills, finding illegal guns inside a backpack after it was tossed from a car. But soon after, that firefighter and several others at his firehouse became targets of potential retaliation. Good evening, everyone. I'm Heather Holmes.
And I'm Andre Sr. Frank and Julie are off tonight. When that Oakland police firefighter found the guns in that backpack, he says he was chased down and threatened. Those suspects then coming right to the fire station and making even more threats. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee is here with details on this very bizarre story. Henry.
Well, Andre, this was a harrowing ordeal that started with what a firefighter thought was your average illegal dumping in the Oakland Hills, but it turned out to be much more than that. A fire station in the Oakland Hills would seem to be an unlikely spot for a confrontation over guns, let alone one in which firefighters were threatened.
It's unfortunate when violence or threats come home to us in the firehouse.
It all began Thursday afternoon when a firefighter driving his personal truck came across 2 men dumping something in this spot off Skyline Boulevard. The men saw him, got into a car, and began chasing the firefighter, tailgating him and pulling alongside him. The firefighter slammed on his brakes and the car drove off.
This firefighter was extremely lucky, man. He was extremely lucky. It reminds me of a scene from a great movie, Fargo. If you remember Fargo, Steve Buscemi. Fargo is a scene where some people were unlucky enough to, be riding down the road and they saw something they wasn't supposed to see. And the scene was similar to this, except it had a worse outcome. Make sure you check out Fargo, 1995 movie. Excellent movie. This guy's very lucky.
It all began Thursday afternoon when a firefighter driving his personal truck came across 2 men dumping something in this spot off Skyline Boulevard. The men saw him, got into a car, and began chasing the firefighter, tailgating him and pulling alongside him. The firefighter slammed on his brakes and the car drove off. The firefighter went back to the dump site. He found not trash or an old sofa, but a backpack with these 2 loaded guns inside. Both are 9mm semi-automatic Glock handguns with extended magazines.
Well, you guys got me. I said you wouldn't find one of these Glocks without an extended magazine, and lo and behold, we found one. I will admit, you guys, I don't know everything. I'm wrong sometimes. I didn't think that these shooters on the streets even carried these things unless they had extendos on them. Just from what I've seen, what I'm hearing on the street, and what I'm also hearing and seeing from my channel. Like, they all have extendo clips. So we found one with just a regular clip. Wait a second. Is that an extended clip too? Hold on, that might be that clip may be actually longer. Hold on, I think that clip is an extended clip. that little one, it's just not a super extended clip. Maybe somebody in the comment section tell me if that's the case, because I may be right, but I may be wrong.
But a backpack with these 2 loaded guns inside. Both are 9mm semi-automatic Glock handguns with extended magazines. The firefighter took the guns back to the station, but the same men in the car then pulled up and began threatening him and other firefighters. I'm told the men took pictures of license plates of firefighters' personal cars, threatened to find where they live, kill them and their families, and burn their houses down.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. If only we could get a description on these guys, just for public safety measures. I mean, they did do a lot, and it would be nice to find them, right? I mean, for you guys and your family's sake, right? No? Okay, no problem.
The firefighter took the guns back to the station, but the same men in the car then pulled up and began threatening him and other firefighters. I'm told the men took pictures of license plates of firefighters' personal cars, threatened to find where they live, kill them and their families, and burn their houses down. Oakland Fire Chief Reginald Freeman says some of the firefighters locked themselves inside the fire station.
Firefighters, they protected themselves, went inside the firehouse, made sure that the firehouse was secure, called law enforcement.
Oakland police rushed to the scene, but the men had already left. The firefighters were left shaken but unhurt.
Nothing or no one's going to scare them from executing their sworn duties as firefighters for our great city.
They were real brave to still hold their ground, and still keep the guns and stuff. So big respect to them for sure.
At the end of the day, our firefighters took some guns off the street, and that is a credit to them and a credit to their bravery, and it's a shame that resulted in threats being made to them.
It's possible the men weren't dumping the guns, but using that spot as a so-called dead drop, leaving those weapons there for someone else to pick up. No arrests have been made, and the Oakland police investigation is continuing. Live in the newsroom, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Interesting story. All right, Henry, thank you so much.
Investigators in Troup County working to learn who shot and killed a pregnant woman. Authorities have identified the victim as 29-year-old Akilah LaGrange.
And CBS 46's Zach Summers live tonight with details about the investigation and what we're learning about this expectant mother. Zach.
Yeah, Troup County Sheriff's deputies thought they were responding to a single car crash. When they arrived, they found the car riddled with bullets and Akilah Ware clinging to life. It happened a little before 1 p.m. Tuesday on Highway 18 near East Drummond Road, about 20 minutes south of LaGrange. Investigators found several bullet holes in the side of Ware's car. They also believe a second vehicle was involved in the crime. Ware was rushed to the hospital, where authorities discovered the 29-year-old was also pregnant. She and her unborn child died. It's unclear how far along she was, but her friends tell me Ware had 5 children. They described her as being thoughtful, silly, and selfless, adding that she made sure her children came first.
These highway shootings in America are something else, man. This could have been anything. Like, this could have been a lover chased her down on the highway. It could have been someone's trying to switch lanes and she wasn't moving fast enough, or she tried to switch lanes. Somebody was in her blind spot. You know how you switch when someone's in your blind spot, you can't see them when you look through the side view mirror, and you go to switch lanes, and then as you switch lanes, you see them, and then you just get back in your lane. Somebody could have shot her a car for that. Highway shootings are off the charts in America. And you know who's doing them. You know who's doing them. Like, literally, like, all of them. Because the amount that they're not doing is negligible. It's literally negligible, the amount that they're not doing. So, this could have been anything.
Now, investigators believe that second vehicle is likely a silver Nissan with front-end damage. Georgia State Patrol is taking the lead on this investigation. Anyone with information should call GSP or Crime Stoppers. That number, 706-812-1000. Live in Atlanta, Zach Summers, CBS 46 News.
Zach.